start with Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silent reflection. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Ms. Lobazinski, roll call, please.
Ms. Gomez. Here. Mr. Kuga. Mrs. Ballard. Present. Mr. Crow.
Here.
Mr. Garcia.
Here. Please note that Mr. Kuba had notified us that he would not be present today. Thank you very much. Public participation at board meetings? None? Very good.
Ready, pencil, over.
Want me to throw you one?
I got one.
It takes us to the minutes for November 19th, 2024. I entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Support.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Correspondence?
None at this time, Mr. President?
Thank you very much. So, Superintendent's report.
Yeah, I'll be brief. I know we have a girls' basketball game across the street, and people are excited to get towards their holiday break. First of all, huge congratulations to Haley Houchin. She is our Lilly Scholar. She won the Lilly Scholarship, one of only 6 in the entire county out of 20-some high schools, I think. So that means that she has a free tuition, free ride to any university in the state of Indiana for 4 years. So that could be IU, Notre Dame, Purdue, Butler, or any of them. So, and I know she is interested in pharmacy is what she shared with us. So there's some, Butler and Purdue, there's some great pharmacy schools in Indiana. So full ride, that's awesome. She's gonna represent Highland, and we're excited about that. We don't win every year, so it's nice to have an opportunity to win. Also, thank you everyone for a successful first semester. Sometimes it looks easy, but it's not. There's a lot of people that work extremely hard. All of our employees, our students, our parents, our community, and I appreciate everyone's efforts in getting us through this first semester. It's amazing how fast they go. I want to wish everybody a safe, restful holiday, Happy New Year, and then lastly, I want to also thank Alencia Ballard. This is her last meeting. I really enjoyed working with Alencia. I didn't know you beforehand, and I'm glad I got to know you. You're a friend, confidant, and you've been a huge support for what we've tried to do, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll take us to board reports. Ms. Gomez.
Yes, I attended the NYSEC board meeting on December 11th, 2024. We did not have a ton of new business. Mostly we're wrapping up 2024. They are, I know this is a can of worms, they are discussing a new feedback system for NYSEC, and that's not, it is mainly for, teachers, admin, but if you have NYSEC feedback and you would like to get in on that new system, please contact me. The main thing we did during the meeting was, and I just want to talk about him for a second, Larry Biggs, who is the father of one of Highland's own, Liz Biggs, has been the president of NYSEC's board for 20 years. He had been on Lake Station school board for, I think he said 28 years. And he decided not to run again, so this was his retirement meeting. And there were so many people that came out and said so many nice things about him, and I just want to echo what they said at that meeting and just, pay a little tribute to Larry, because he has done a great job in his leadership there and has been through a lot of changes. So we appreciate his work. And that is all of my report.
Thank you. Ms. Ballard.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Mr. Kroll.
Redevelopment Commission met last night. Pretty general meeting, nothing out of the ordinary to mention. And the study session for Parks Department did not was canceled. And so nothing new to report there.
Okay. Thank you. I did attend the Highland Griffith Chamber of Commerce meeting. They're doing a couple of breakfast meetings now. I think the plan is to do 3 of them next year, but December is always recognizing their volunteers, so it was a nice opportunity to say thank you to the folks who have helped out the chamber. And on the legislative liaison front, please, if you haven't had a moment to take a look at Governor-elect's policy agenda, there are significant items that impact public education. in the policy agenda, I would encourage my colleagues to look that over. That will take us to financials. Ms. Adams, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Doing wonderful.
Letter A is the treasurer report. A copy of last month's report was included in your board packet. I'm requesting approval as presented.
Thank you.
Motion to approve, Mr. President.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Vouchers, please.
A copy of the final voucher docket was also included in your board packet. I recommend that it be approved as well.
Thank you.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Support.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution to close 2024 year end.
We are requesting the board to adopt the 2024 year-end closing resolution. This grants the treasurer the authority to transfer appropriations from one major budget account classification where a surplus exists to another budget account classification where a deficit exists. A copy of that resolution was in your board packet. I shall recommend.
Thank you.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez.
I support the motion.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Donations, please.
Okay, the high schools received 2 donations, one from the Wrestling Parents Club, $75 for girls wrestling. The other one from On the Mark Golf, $200, and that will go towards the athletic trainer. Over at the middle school, Donors Choose provided a donation of desk and chair bands for Miss Mavity's classroom. I ask that you approve these donations.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to approve the donations as presented.
Ms. Ballard.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez. Any discussion? I assume there is some.
There is some. I have a few comments to make. Just thank you once again to all of our donors, the Wrestling Parents Club and On the Mark, and then Donors Choose. We appreciate all that they have done and all our volunteers and all of our donors continue to do. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
I have officially passed the baton.
Sounds good. Hearing no other discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Special and Support Services Building and Grounds Report.
Mr. Mike Setka, Director of Maintenance, included a copy of that report in your board packet. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, sounds good. That takes us to Architect Services.
Okay, we are recommending you accept the letter of engagement from Schmidt Associates to provide professional architectural and engineering services for the projects that are associated with the general obligation bond of 2024 for a base cost of $120,657 plus reimbursable fees such as mileage, printing, design approval, etc. This contract will be paid from the GO bond of 2024.
Thank you.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Construction Management Services.
The administration recommends that the board accept the letter of engagement from the Skillman Corporation in the amount of $102,150 to manage the construction projects planned in the GO bond of 2024.
So moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Support.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And the most important part of all this, advertise the bids.
Yay. We are requesting permission to advertise the bids for various projects planned in the general obligation of bonds of 2023 and 2024. Projects include 2 chillers, rooftop units, door hardware, paving the lots, door hardware, oh, I put that twice, sorry, and the high school fax room remodel. These projects will be funded through the general obligation bond of 2023 and also out of 2024. Skillman will be bidding and overseeing these projects. I included the bid schedule below for you. The administration recommends approval to advertise the bids. the various construction projects.
Thank you.
Make a motion to approve the permission to advertise the bids as presented, but do we need to scratch the typo?
Yeah, good question. Let's get the second first and then we
Okay.
can...
Second.
Thank you. So, yes, I'm going to direct this over to you, Dr. Smith. So, given that we're likely adjusting our calendar for board meetings, do we need to adjust the bid schedule? Because the contracts go on January 21st. We plan to meet on the 14th now.
Yeah, so yeah, we would have to change that date.
Will that push us to a February contract date, or do we think we can get that done?
Well, the bid opening is on January 9th. I think we can pull it off, whatever.
Okay.
If we do the 14th,
Yeah.
we
If we
should,
do the 14th.
typically by the next morning, they have it all written up for us, so we can put it in the board packet then.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Good.
Yep.
We'll just let Dion know that we need it quick.
Yeah, yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay. Great. Is that
Good catch.
satisfy everybody's question?
Yep.
So do we need to amend any resolution, or are we good?
I would just change the date from 1/21 to 1/14.
Yeah, it's not written in any of the resolutions or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a plan. It's not...
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so, but I just asked a question.
We're good?
This is,
Okay. Sounds like we're good.
And we have a lot of doors, so that's a lot of doors.
Yeah, yeah, we could scratch that typo if we needed to.
All right, sounds good. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
That takes us to curriculum. Dr. Erdelag.
Professional leaves only tonight, so they are submitted for your review and recommended for approval.
So move, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez. Any discussion?
Can I pass this to Todd too?
Sure.
Go ahead.
I want to thank everyone for continuing their professional development and making our schools a better place by furthering your education.
Great. Thank you.
is
Any
she
further
job
discussion?
shadowing you?
I did have her permission the first time as well, so I want to make it clear I was not trying to steal her thunder.
Hearing no further discussion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. That will take us then to personnel.
Yes, Madison Stahara, termination instructional aide, Warren, December 10th, 2024. Vivian Draves, resignation as Spanish teacher at the high school, December 20th, 2024. Allie Otora, resignation as a kindergarten teacher, Southridge, November 24th, 2024. Paige Reed, resignation as dependent care, Warren, December 4th, 2024. Brianna Scherer, resignation as a dependent care, Johnston, December 20th, 2024. Braylon Washik, resignation as a paraprofessional, Southridge, December 20, 2024. Lisa Steppen, resignation, Title 1A, Johnston, December 20, 2024. I so recommend.
Thank you.
So move, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Kroll.
Support.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Appointments, please.
Yes, Rachel Sims, appointment, Title 1A, Johnson, December 9, 2024. Shelly Hernandez, appointment as Spanish teacher at the high school, January 6, 2025. Sonia Castillo, appointment as a Title 1 Southridge, December 9, 2024. Autumn Gantz, appointment as a bus aide for the school corporation, December 5, 2024. Monica Schwatko, appointment as an instructional aide at Warren, December 17, 2024. Kiki Zakafia, appointment as the boys basketball coach at the middle school for the 24-25 school year. Cicely Pierce, appointment as dependent care aide at Warren, December 21st, 2024. Melissa Gallegos, appointment as an instructional aide at Warren, December 16, 2024. And Olivia Ochoa, appointment as dependent care aide at Johnston, December 16, 2024. I so recommend.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President, I would make a motion to approve the appointments as presented.
Thank you.
I'll support.
Thank you, Ms. Ballard. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right. We're in a good spot here, so that takes us then to comments from the audience. If you'd like to make comments, please come up to the lectern, state your name and address. You have 3 minutes.
That may be a little...
Right over there.
By the L.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You guys could come from the side.
Yeah.
I was going to have them step on a chair, but I don't think that's a good idea.
I have the same problem when I come in here.
Yes, we'll go in there.
Perfect, yes, we can see you now.
May I record?
For sure.
Come on up.
Yeah.
You can go to
Come
the
up here.
back door front so you can get them.
There's a chair.
Oh, yeah, that's even better.
I can print it on
So you just need you both to state your name and your address.
I am Jackson Best, 8632 Osborne Road. I am Andrew Best, 8632 Osborne Road.
Thank you. You got 3 minutes.
Hi, I am Jackson. And I'm Andrew. And we're from Best Academy. And we are here to ask for equal access to athletics for homeschool kids like us in the district. 44 states that we know of have passed or are passing legislation to include homeschool students like us. We take pride in representing Highland through sports. We have choices on where we play sports, but we consistently choose Highland even through tough times. My first year of football through Highland Pop Warner, we placed second in the state, and tough times fell upon Highland Pop Warner. People got angry, lost trust, and some left, and we stayed to help the organization the best we could. In my second year of football, Jackson's coach left to a different town, and half the team followed. I had to play up so that the roster could be filled. I won the Sportsmanship of the Year award for the team and the whole football organization. Because I never complained, never backed down, and still found success against the odds. Our family stayed to help the best we could instead of chasing personal success. It took a lot of fundraising, volunteering, and dedication to rebuild relationships with families, athletes, and coaches in Highland. I have found a great mentor for the Highland Wrestling Club, Alex Bassage. Alex and I have similar personalities, and she is someone I look up to. Alex and Coach Mark are turning me into a champion. We played soccer through the Highland Soccer Club, basketball through the Lincoln Center, football through the Pop Warner, and wrestling through the Highland Wrestling Club. We think that we have proven our dedication to Highland, so we would like it very much if Highland would choose us.
Great. Very nice. Good job. You have about a minute left if you want to add to that.
Anything else? I don't know.
Congratulations on all your awards.
So are you two brothers?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your names again?
I'm Jackson.
Jackson.
And I'm Andrew.
And Andrew. Okay. You guys did a really good job.
Thank you. I appreciate all your hard work as well. That's pretty impressive. Thank you.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Anyone else? Come on up. State your name and address. You got 3 minutes.
Don Rooney, 92 Cottage Grove Place. I'm here to support them. I know them personally. They worked with my son and their mom, their dad. I think those boys deserve to have the same type of athletic experiences the kids who go to the school districts, because they chose to be homeschooled. I don't think it's people that a lot more people are doing homeschooling, and I think that everybody should be having a chance to do extracurricular activities that they enjoy. I also homeschooled my son for 1 year, and he didn't have those opportunities because of COVID. But I truly support Jackson and Andrew Best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come on up. State your name and address. You have 3 minutes.
Could I have just a moment to have these folders passed out, and then I can speak?
Sure.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to wait till the folder passes around.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
My name's Rick Wilbert, 9221 Parkway Drive. I began a presentation last month with regard to the board considering adopting or starting a boys volleyball program. There was no information I could really provide at that time. And I will begin this presentation by repeating what I said before. I will commit $2,000 to start the volleyball team if somebody other, doesn't matter who it is, school board, private individuals, anybody else wants to contribute up to that $2,000 number. So that is a starting point. Now, if you can open up your folder, that very top sheet of paper I want to address. We've got information. This has to do with the girls volleyball team. It gives us a base from which to begin, some place to start. If you have no place to start, how can we have discussion about anything? And I only have 3 minutes, so I want to rush to the bottom of this sheet of paper. And I want to point out, well, I've made a lot of observations here that are all based on fact. This came from the athletic director, not organized the way you see it. What you see right here is far more organized information I was given to start with. But at the bottom, I want to point out that all the numbers you see there are excluding salaries for a varsity and JV coach. It's excluding the cost of volleyballs and uniforms, and it excludes the income that comes in when a game is played, games are played, with regard to the concession stand. So there's things I can work with and there's things I don't know. And I want to make an observation at the bottom of that sheet of paper, taking into account what the exclusions are. The girls volleyball team lost $327, but that's kind of a break even. Now, the next sheet of paper is a handout. It's got 4 pages on it. It's got a staple in the upper left-hand corner. This is not something I dreamed up where I sat in my bed and who's playing ball? These are the sign-ups. This comes from the IHSAA. There are 187 schools in the state of Indiana which are signed up for volleyball for the spring of 2025. The numbers on the right-hand side are the local schools. Example, let's take page number 1. Calumet New Tech, that's number 1. Chesterton, number 2. Crown Point, number 3. In fact, you walk this out to the last page. On the last page, there's number 23, if I ever get this thing open. Right. So there's 23 local schools. So you would be hardly the first entity to begin or consider signing up for the volleyball situation. And I just want to make an observation. The folks that started the wrestling program, I just want to make another observation. When I was on the school board back in 2002 to 2006, Nikki LaRose, is the person whose picture you're seeing on that last handout, is a girl who had no success at all. She approached everybody in the school corporation. I'm not patting myself on the back. I am not. But having exhausted every other opportunity, she personally approached me. And when I did the approaching...
Time's up.
Done?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, Mr. Volberg, I'm going to ask you a question. You don't have to answer.
Fine.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding
Sure.
correctly. So are you a parent or guardian of a Highland student that's interested in volleyball? I'm not sure where this is coming from for you. I was just curious what...
I have always had a personal interest in volleyball. I'm not here to represent anybody who's a student at our high school, but this is becoming, it's exploding. It's kind of like starting from scratch. We're going from about 20 schools,
No, I
30 schools,
understand the interest in
and 187.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you were representing a student that was interested. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone next? Come on up, state your name and address. You've got 3 minutes.
My name is Kathy Worley. I live at 10390 Timberridge Lane. And I'm so pro that little boys playing. And I'm pro volleyball. I played it for like 20 years black. Any kind of sport you can get kids into it, I'm for it. But I was just curious, you keep the tennis courts locked up. Are they ever going to be for Highland resident use, for public use at the high school? I think they're actually the only tennis courts in town now. They make pickleball courts out of Meadows. There might be one in Brentwood, I don't know.
I know Lakeside's got tennis courts. They're not great, but there's tennis courts in that park. I don't think our courts are ready for use.
Yeah, we're having a warranty issue with the company. We're looking at possibly legal and other issues with the company putting them in.
Oh, okay.
So, and then we're also working, our athletic director, we're working closely with a company to help us with possibly putting, you know, I don't know how far do you want to get into that today?
I don't think we're ready.
Okay.
The courts aren't ready yet, so I don't,
Yeah.
unfortunately, we don't have an answer for your question
Okay.
right at the moment,
Yeah.
but the courts aren't ready for use
Don't
right
tell me
now.
you're going to be making pickleball courts out of it.
No pickleball.
Okay.
There's not pickleball teams, to my knowledge.
I
yet.
couldn't tell you in Brentwood, the parks, I also represent the school town on the park board.
Right. Isn't there only one there, though?
There's two, I believe. No, there are two, yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
nice.
okay.
It's very, they just finished them.
Oh.
Like, well, not just, they finished them
Oh, I didn't know
a couple
that.
months ago.
Okay.
Holidays.
The nets were still up unless they went down for the last day or two. If you want to go
okay.
play when it was cold.
All right. I was just curious, because most towns will open them up. I know we play in Munster all the time, so. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on up, state your name and address, you have 3 minutes.
Hello, Kevin Ballard, 9425 Kennedy Avenue. I just want to take time to come up here and thank Alicia Ballard for her service here with the Highland School Board. I just want to first and foremost mention that this is the mother of Sanaya and Savannah Ballard, for those of you all who know Sanaya and Savannah. Obviously, for those of you all who know us, this is my wife, but I think we should take time to celebrate and commemorate the history that was made here in this town. First and foremost, first black elected official in the town of Highland. Now, honestly, that shocked her and us when we learned of that. We didn't know, but no, we should celebrate. We should celebrate those achievements. Served on the Main Street Committee, served on the Events Committee, ran the Lincoln Center Track and Field Program. And also, you may see her in stripes in basketball, soccer, and volleyball. And I just wanted to take time to read an excerpt from Lift Every Voice and Sing. Lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise, high as the listening skies. Let it resound, loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun, let us march on until victory is won. Mr. Ballard, thank you for your service.
Thank you. Anyone else? Come on up, state your name and address, you have 3 minutes.
Hello, Jessica Martusik, 3796 Highway Avenue. I came here by chance. This is my first meeting. I just so happened to hear the best up here, and I just have to say I'm not quite sure. I don't have all the facts. I don't know what's going on with their situation, but if it helps, they are fantastic people, and they do so much for this town. They coached my, bring me to tears. They coached my little guy. He did not have a good time initially when he was in Pop Warner, and they did so much just to help them. Like, I'm not a sports family. I hate the cold. I hate the rain. I won't. My kids don't do track or anything. Sorry for the breath. But whatever helps, I'm not sure, like I said, what's going on, whatever helps their situation, I vouch for them. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Sorry, we know her too.
I'm Grandma, I vouch.
Any other comments? Seeing none, then we will move to comments from the board. What was yours?
I'm going to start off with congratulations to Haley Houchin. She is amazing, and I'm so happy for her and proud of her. Did we talk about Radium Girls last time? I can't remember. But anyway, it was fantastic as well. Tomorrow night is the final home match for girls wrestling in Highland. I believe they have an undefeated record up to this point. And I want to say to Andrew, Alex is also my mentor, Alex Pistaic. I know her well, and she is amazing. I want to take a minute just to thank everybody who's in the audience tonight. I know you probably have 10 million things to do in December. I know you do. I know I do as well. I appreciate all of you being here. I appreciate everyone speaking out. To the Best family, I mean, you guys have given us some things to think about. We have, definite thoughts on this as well, and I don't want to take anything away from your presentation. I think you guys did an amazing job. You should be very proud. I can tell how dedicated to this cause you are, and I love all the support you brought with you. Thanks to the teachers, parents, and students for getting us to the end of the first semester. We're almost there, only a few more days to go. I would say a special thanks. It's not going to be as good as what Mr. Ballard said, but I don't have a poem or anything to read from, but I want to say thank you to Olympia for being on the board. She has been a wonderful co-worker and board member. Thank you for helping to shatter glass ceilings. Thank you for breaking boundaries. Thank you for inspiring me. And thank you for inspiring a generation of people and the residents of Highland. We appreciate your service and look forward to seeing you in the audience coming up.
Great. Thank you. Mr. Kroll.
All right. I, too, would like to congratulate Haley Houchin. We haven't had a Lilly Scholar winner in probably, 4 years? 5 years?
We went 3. Yeah, it's been two
Okay.
full ones since.
It's been a
yeah.
few years, so
Mhm,
congratulations, sir. It's one heck of an honor.
Yeah.
The middle school team, congratulations to their wrestling conference championship. Congratulations to the girls team, because I believe they won conference as well last weekend, I think. Is that true? Did I make that up? The girls did too, right? Yeah. And I think we have 3 or 4 conference champions there. So, we are quite the powerhouse. The boys are doing well. The basketball teams are doing well. Radium Girls was unbelievable. Not the most uplifting play.
You knew how it was going to end.
Yeah, you knew how it was going to end. Radiation doesn't end well with anybody. But it was really, really well performed. The kids, our thespians did a fantastic job. And I have to tell you, I guess we're just a little bit, we take it for granted, the fact that we have Monbeck Auditorium. It is the largest, correct me if I misspeak, it is the largest theater in the county. And we pack it often with a lot of our, the events that we do throughout the schools. I know the holiday events are always packed. The concert, or the choir concerts are always packed. But we had the band and the orchestra together, and they sounded phenomenal. Playing songs together, they were great. The band, congratulations to our new band director for just stepping in, I think it was in September, and just get everything up and running. They're doing a wonderful job. Jackson, Andrew, thanks for coming today. That took a lot. I have 6 kids. I ran Highland Soccer Club for 17 years as their treasurer. Why aren't you playing baseball? I ran Little League. I was on the board of directors for about 10 years of Little League. I was president for a few years. You guys keep at it, right? Appreciate your thoughts, appreciate your input. That was hard to do, and you guys crushed it. Congratulations to A.D. Harrington on his election, right, as a IHSAA board member.
He's going to represent District 1 for athletics at the state level.
Yeah,
so that's
quite the honor.
Our voice will carry down there. That's awesome.
That's quite the honor. So I wish him nothing but the best of luck in that commitment. Special thanks to all of our students, our staff, our teachers, our parents, as we wrap the semester. That went by fast. So just a few more days of tests to go, and I wish everybody luck as they finish it. And a special thank you to the woman on my right. Appreciate you breaking the barrier. I appreciate your input. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate your commitment. I appreciate being able to sit on this dais with you and make decisions to push our school town into the future. It's a lot. Not many people do it. You did. You heard the good, you heard the bad, and you dealt with the ugly sometimes, and I appreciate that. And I wish you and your family nothing but the best of luck. And I don't have a poem. That was good.
No one told us.
That was good. In the safe, happy holiday season to everybody involved in the school town.
Thank you. So I want to also congratulate Haley Houchin. I think not only is she an exemplary student, she's a multi-sport athlete and also serves on the Highland Education Board of Directors and has done so admirably. She is absolutely a shining star for the school town of Highland. Cannot wait to see what the future holds for Haley. I also can't believe that we're done with first semester and we're at holiday break. For students in the room or any parents or caregivers, we're at that point of the year where we are not going to have great weather, so please give administration grace as we're dealing with school buses that don't start or boilers that aren't working and decisions that have to be made on delaying school, not delaying school, making this decision, making that decision. It's never the right decision. It's as right as it can be at the time that it's made. So I appreciate administration and all the work that goes into the coming months of crazy winter in Northwest Indiana. To our staff for dealing with all of that flexibility that it did as we deal with the crazy weather of Northwest Indiana. I believe it was at Larry Biggs?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Biggs, yeah.
Big thank you to many years of service for the school district he represents, but more importantly for leading NYSEC, which is often unheralded and a thankless job. So please, if you cross paths, please share my thanks. Also, congratulations to A.D. Harrington for his election representing District 1. I know he does a fantastic job managing our sports here. Jackson and Andrew, there's not a lot of adults that will get up and come talk to a group like this, and to do so eloquently, to maintain eye contact, to keep an affable demeanor. You two have a bright future, so I'm excited to see where your careers take you. Thank you for spending time here, and a good job on rallying the troops to get some support while you're coming to talk to us. You did a fantastic job. I really do appreciate the time that you've spent with us.
Thanks.
Going to things that people don't do, a lot of people are not willing to put their name on a ballot. A lot of people aren't willing to deal with mudslinging. A lot of people aren't willing to deal with issues here and there, complaints, successes, all the things. And for that, I'm always appreciative of anybody who chooses to run for office, whatever office is. But I truly appreciate you, Alencia, for running for school board, for being our colleague for the last 4 years. This is not the easiest of jobs. I would argue is also a thankless job, oftentimes. So thank you for doing what you did. Thank you for doing what you do. And thank you for doing what you're going to do in the future. A lot of people don't know this, but I'm very big on pens. And so pens are kind of important to me. So I brought a pen today that, one, writes very nicely, and two, says thank you for being awesome. So I'm going to ask that whatever it is that you do that's awesome next, that you use that pen. And I will leave the floor to you.
Well, for the last 4 years probably, or maybe just a little shy of that, I've always started this portion of the meeting with, thank you guys all for being here. I know you could be anywhere else on a Tuesday night, and we appreciate you being here with your smiling faces looking back at us. And tonight is no different. I truly appreciate all of you guys being here, as the rest of my board members do. We really would have a board meeting without you guys, so we kind of need you guys to show up month to month. So definitely appreciate you guys for being here. This is my last time, at least as far as I know right now at this moment, looking at you guys from this perspective. Next time I see you guys, I'll be sitting right next to you. But I do want to say a few direct messages to everyone who's touched me as part of this board. So starting with the community members, I want to say, first of all, thank you guys, because without you, I wouldn't be here. For those of you who voted for me, and even those of you who may not have, I hope I've represented you well as a school board member. I hope that I've been an example of what it means to be a school board member, what it means to be an elected official, or simply what it means to be somebody that you can trust and listen to and have your thoughts or concerns be heard. That was the main reason that when I was approached, I accepted the invitation to run because I thought that I could bring something to the board that I had to offer. I wish I could tell you that I was bringing something to the board in that regard that was missing, but honestly I can't say that. My colleagues here that have been here before me and those who came after me, I tell you, these are some of the most dedicated people and committed people to the work that we do here in the school board. So I became an elected school board member and joined a group of people who already had a solid foundation in place, and all I had to do was learn it and be a part of it. So they really made this a lot easier in order to do. So again, to the community, I thank you guys for your votes. I thank you for your support, and I hope up to this point I made you proud. To the students, I'm going to share a little bit about my story. I'll try to keep it short. I'm going to kind of share some highlights with you. Number one, if you ask anybody who knows me really well, like family members or like really close friends, they will tell you that probably one of the most consistent statements they've heard me say since being elected is, I'm not a politician. And like Mr. Garcia said, sometimes politics is ugly, and I never saw myself as being part of that. But what I can say to you is, even though I knew coming into this I wasn't a politician, it didn't stop me. I thought, well, you know, if I can get past that part of it, because for me, the campaigning part of it was scary as fill in the blank, okay? I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was really getting myself into. But I said, you know what? I know what's on the other end if I win. And for that, for what's on the other end, I'm willing to take a chance. And so I did. And guess what? It was the best decision I made, because not only did I make history in Highland, but I made history in my family. I'm the first elected official in my family as well. There's not another family member who's done what I've done. You see where I'm going? So I'm sharing this with you students because one thing I know, that if you step out and take a path that sometimes you're not even sure of, you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish, what you can learn, how you can grow. But most importantly, you'll be surprised at yourself when you succeed. So take a page from my book, right? And even when you say, oh, that's not for me, that's not who I am, or I don't like that kind of thing, don't dismiss it so quickly. Give it a chance. Give it a try. You'll be surprised at what you can accomplish. To the school town of Highland, that's all the teachers, administrators, and all the other lovely people. You guys have walked with me on this journey, and I'll tell you, since I became a school board member, somebody mentioned my stripes, and I think Kevin mentioned my stripes and all my whistles that I have. So I'm around at a lot of schools, a lot of high schools, and when people find out that I'm a school board member, you'll be surprised at the information they share. And I will tell you that not only have I heard of a lot of dysfunction within school boards, but I've heard of a lot of dysfunction out there within school towns. And I am proud to say that I'm a part of a school board in a school town that does not look like some of those stories I've seen out there. So I want you guys to know that we appreciate, and I will continue to appreciate, long after this last meeting is over for me, I will continue to appreciate the work that you do for the students of the school town of Highland. We appreciate you. I can't tell you how much I appreciate those of you who stuck with us through COVID and after a failed referendum. All those ups and downs and goods and bads and uglies and stuff that they mentioned before, that's what we're talking about. And we appreciate you guys sticking with us through that. So thank you for that. To my fellow board members, I'm going to say one sentence to each one of you or to all of you at the same time. And that is, thank you for your guidance and support throughout this 4-year journey. It's been a pleasure serving with you guys. And I'm going to end it there because I'm going to share an individual message with each of you that I prefer to keep individually. So rather than share it in front of the larger group, I want to take a moment to send a personal message to each one of you. Okay. So, that being said, this isn't goodbye, obviously, right? I'm not leaving town. This is see you later from a different perspective, from a different seat, from a different table, maybe behind a different whistle. But thank you guys, and thank you guys so much. It's really been a pleasure.
Thank you. And if you're not embarrassed now. Thank you, everyone, for the words, and for our public comments. Next on the agenda is signing of official documents. We'll be publishing a change to our normal meeting calendar. Our next meeting will be January 14th, and I will entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Students, do you need signatures?